Either from the standpoint of public policy or from the standpoint of religious faith in any particular tradition, is the environment a social justice matter?
Yes. All right, an illustration. I lived, as Don said, we lived in a very beautiful suburb. North of us were Jewish cemeteries, west of us was a zoo, south was a gravel pit, and east of us were Berwyn and Cicero, which were the Selma of the North. There was the reputation. Wonderful people. I was on a hospital board there, but there was a reputation. African American move in there, the place would be burned. There was that reputation. Well, we had a new law about leaf burning for environmental reasons. And so the Martys, with their wonderful 18 oak trees, would have bagged all the stuff. The only environmentally beautiful smell is burning leaves, right? Really gorgeous. So we stopped. My neighbors stopped. We stopped up down the street. Meanwhile, 2 miles from us was a Stickney, even the name is beautiful, Stickney sewage disposal plant, which spewed 323 tons of human waste ash into the air. I drove the Stevenson Expressway. They had to have amber lights because so many days the smoke from that was so horrible you couldn't see. And along came, probably a dirty name, Saul Alinsky, community organizers and so on, and they went to the people who had the reputation of being racist, white racists, and they went to the blacks in Lawndale and Garfield Park, the pit of the ghetto, and said, do you want to keep on killing each other and yourselves, or why don't we get together? And they went down together, marched on the Metropolitan Sanitation District. 2 years later, from 323 tons down to 2 tons. That was social justice. And a lot of people are living longer. I used to be on that hospital board, and you could see it. So I think you get people with a lot of different interests to transcend that interest and then link with others, and it worked.
And he mentioned earlier how a lot of the evangelical movement is now getting interested again in environmentalism. I think the one thing to put it in a bigger perspective is the Native American concept of the 7th generation. I only met 2 of my grandparents in life, and I don't know, I couldn't name a single one of my great-grandparents 3 generations back. And 3 generations down, 3 generations down, we hope to know 3rd generation down, but we can't know the 4th generation or the 5th. 7th generation is people, nobody we know will ever know those people. And their concept of the 7th generation is you're supposed to act, make decisions as if the 7th generation matters. What impact will our choices have on them? And if you think of all of our choices as a society, in the 50-some years I've been alive, the Twin Cities metro area has probably grown 20-fold in land area. There's no more land available in this world. There's a fixed amount, and we're gobbling it up as if future generations have no choice in it. We're using resources faster than ever. I mean, all our decisions about mining, about nuclear waste, about everything else. What about, we can't think 10 years out. That's long-term thinking in politics. What about the 7th generation? And if we're truly stewards of this planet, which I think is very much a faith concept for most faiths, we ought to be concerned 7 generations down. So yes, it is a moral issue.